Before I left to Yemen, a lot of people were saying to me that when you take years out of your life to go and study, you're going to fall behind. Everyone's going to surpass you in academics and your studies and whatever have you. By the time you come back, everyone's going to be working on very high paid wages and whatever have you, and you're going to be struggling and this and that. And of course that really does get to you at times. However, I still can't, I've completely forgot who he was that taught me this hadith, and I always make dua for him. Someone taught me this hadith, subhanAllah, man, I've tried so hard to remember who he was. Maybe I can send him a gift and go and honor him, The hadith was, إِنَّكَ لَن تَدَعَ شَيْئًا اتِّقَاءً لِلَّهِ إِلَّا أَعْطَاكَ اللَّهُ خَيْرًا مِنْهُ. You don't leave something for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, right? Doing it out of taqwa, being conscious of Him, Allah Azza wa Jal, the Almighty, except that He will give you that which is better. And subhanAllah, when someone said that to me, and of course, on the other side, I'm hearing all of these different pieces of advice from different people, right? Which of course is, without a shadow of a doubt, going to affect your mindset. And eventually Allah gave me the tawfiq to really just go with what I heard of this hadith, right? And I didn't know barely any hadith at the time. And subhanAllah, so I went, and when I came back, I realized that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't make me miss out. I didn't miss out on everything, on anything, right? Where they may have been acquiring a council flat. But a lot of brothers who are looking to get married, getting a council flat here in London is a big deal.
Yep.
It's a huge deal. Even got a cousin of mine who's an optometrist. He's on a huge wage, Allahumma barik, right? He himself is trying to get a council flat. He doesn't want to, of course, take that haram route of getting a mortgage and whatever have you, right? So he's trying his utmost best because it will save you so much money. So there's like a waiting list. You're looking at 5, 6, 7 years here in London. So over there in Leicester is a lot easier, but Allah Azza wa Jal gave me that straight away, right? I managed to get into a very top university, Loughborough University. I think it's top 5 when it comes to engineering. I only did college for a year, right? Most people do college for 2 years, 3 years. I did an access to engineering course, and then I got into the top university. Why am I mentioning all of this? Like I always, think to myself, maybe Allah Azza wa Jal is showing me this is dunya. I'll give it to you, right? It means everything to most people to get into a top-notch university like that. But Allah just gave it to me like that. It's like Allah is showing me, okay, you leave something for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal. You do that which is far greater. وَرِزْقُ رَبِّكَ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى, right? The provision of your Lord is far greater and everlasting, right? And so I'm going out to memorize the Quran, to learn ahadith, to learn about deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. And Allah is showing me, look, all of this dunya, I'll give it to you, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything, right? So after I seen all of this happen, the next time round, when I had to make the decision to go to Al-Madinah, I didn't even think twice. I said, if Allah Azza wa Jal gave me this, and you can maybe profile me to be someone who is like fresh off the boat, right? If you want to call me that. When I came back from Yemen, I had no qualifications, right? Like I had my GCSEs, I did all of that, if that makes sense. I had my GCSEs.
But beyond that, you went straight?
Yeah, I went straight. I did, I think, 6 months of college, and then I went straight. That's the first thing.
It's a big sacrifice.
Yeah, it is. So I came back, I had no qualifications. I didn't have any work experience or anything like that. If that makes sense. So even then, Allah Azza wa Jal just threw everything my way, right? So when you think about the hadith, my brother and my sister, the one who's maybe not necessarily ever had that system around him of encouraging him to do khair and to memorize and to go to study and whatever have you, Allah just place this hadith before your eyes, and Allah Azza wa Jalla will take care of everything, inshallah ta'ala.